Hi everyone, Tran here. I'm starting this video journal to sort of walk myself or whoever's watching this through my adventures in attaining my 3D MA in animation, or my MA in 3D animation. I am currently here in Dún Laoghaire, Ireland for about 2 weeks. My first week has been amazing, and I've had several tours from various studios. I was able to tour the city, tour Dublin, Dún Laoghaire, and even Kilkenny. It's a really beautiful country. Special thanks to Anahitha over at Brown Bag and Fabienne over at Cartoon Saloon for giving me wonderful tours of the facilities, as well as the people at Lighthouse. Very beautiful castle that they work in. It's quite ridiculous, the facilities that they have here. Wonderful historical, everything really. Like every bar I've been, every pub I've been in here has been around longer than Canada, so there's a lot of history here. So that was my first week. It was just to take in the culture, to take in the history, and to really be inspired to kickstart this journey into, I guess, higher learning. And one of the things that stuck out to me was the tour of the Institute of Art and Design Technology. Damien, who is running our program, he was kind enough to give us a very thorough tour of the whole facilities, and it felt like we were all back. Most of us were from Sheridan, and it felt like we were all back at Sheridan in the classical animation program. There were animation discs, there were toys everywhere, lots of fun oddities, sketches that permeate throughout any animation studio. So it was very inspiring and nostalgic at the same time to see all these students and where they are and where they're headed. Very, very talented bunch of artists over at IADT. And I think about the education aspect of where arts is going, and the collaboration right now with Sheridan and IADT has been something unique, because it's allowing people like me who graduated in the classical animation program to do something that I thought was unattainable in the amount of time and financial investment that was usually required to attain a master's. So I'll walk you through the first part of my journey in this video. It all sort of started last year. I reached out to Sheridan. Specifically, I reached out to Mark Jones. So I have his book there, just to give you a nod. Thank you, Mark, for connecting me to IADT. And he had told me to look into this particular institute because Sheridan was working with IADT. He was telling me that I should have a look and touch base with Damien over here to see what I could do about attaining my master's. Now, I would say most of us, at least most of my peers, can sort of do what I have done, which is to apply for something called recognition of prior learning. Now, I'll post some links in the description, but it's a unique way for you to achieve modules and get credited based on your working experience. So as I went through the credits that were required to attain enough credits to get to this master's program, I did realize that there are a lot of professional positions and, I suppose, various things that we've done over the course of a animation career where you're touching a lot of aspects of production, whether you know it or not. And those are very important learning modules. So the recognition of prior learning is a way for you not to basically have to go through learning that stuff you already knew. So therefore you get credited for those. And because of that, I was able to apply to this program. And in the fall, in October, we had started something called a contextual survey. And what that allowed us to do was actually hone in and ask the right questions to get to a point where we submitted a proposal for the MA program, which was done in December. So we had a few months with some guidance in assembling this MA proposal, which we submitted so that we could get formally accepted into the program, which is what this is right now. Now, this second week, the first week here in Dún Laoghaire was mostly just to take it in everything and sort of talk a little bit about our proposal. This second week, this is the week I'm in now, I'll be refining some of those questions and just making sure that I have a roadmap of where I want to go in the next few months. And that's essentially what the professors are going to help us with for this week. It's been very cool having my peers review some of the stuff that I've been working on, and it's been interesting to review what they're working on. So there's this collaborativeness that I am very much enjoying. So if any of this seems at all interesting for you, please reach out, shoot me a message. I'd love to talk more in depth about my experiences, because this is something special. This for me is very enriching in terms of my not only career development, but in a way that I'm looking at things. And it's been a joy to be back to school, essentially. So I'll continue on with some more of these videos. On the next video, I'll break down actually what I'm doing for my paper once I get all the sort of pieces smoothed out a little bit more. So I'm gonna get back to it, I suppose. And if you have a chance, I'm just gonna plug Mark's book. I used a bit of this for my research. It's The Starving Artist Myth, and yeah, it's a good read. So until next time, thanks.